before, tried his best to make the space, but a very well executed and well thought up plan by Vici to respond to this first 2-pick Earthshaker Morphling. Not sure we're going to be seeing that one in the opener again, especially not against a Void lineup when you're given this much.
Definitely not. First 2 picking the ES Morph is a, I don't even want to say it's a huge risk anymore. It just looks like it's not good. You can't do it first 2.
Not in the first 2, and maybe now it does get buffed. Maybe now Ice Frog's like, all right, maybe we moved the patch from Tuesday to Thursday. We have to change up a couple things here because we had these getting hammered hard, but now.
But I mean, Vici Gaming, they were prepared. I mean, it's TNC, right? You know, there's very much a chance they are going to try the Earthshaker Morphling, so you got to have a plan in mind. They certainly did, and as much as we sort of had to like to have a bit of fun with that, it didn't really look like there was any chance for TNC at any point of that game.
No, definitely not. Especially not with that. I mean, the Huskar pick just, that was it, right? That feels like it sealed the coffin.
Move. Yeah, that move to sort of destroy Armel's lane mid and take Yang with the puck on the side lane, who also did, you know, exceptionally well. 5-1-11. I mean, not much else to say there, really. Right? TNC, they're not going to try that again. Game 1, very easy game for Vici Gaming. We'll see how they switch up the drafts from TNC side in Game 2. But there we have it. Vici Gaming taking the lead in this best of 3.
Yeah, they might not try that again, but we're still going to break it down to the bottom of why TNC was not able to win that game. Although, you know, I guess we start with the draft. First 2 Morph Shaker. We had our question marks. Well, okay, me and Trent had our question marks. Tsunami, you believed.
I don't do any critical thinking here. The internet told me that Morph Shaker is unbeatable. That's all I need to know.
So yesterday, you know, I know you're a stats guy. Yesterday, we saw that matchup twice.
It's true.
Picked in the first 2.
Sometimes you got to go with the heart over the brain, right? And whenever the internet's raging about something, sometimes you really get caught up in the fervor. If everyone says something's broken, it has to be broken. There's no answer. I don't want to think about an answer. I just want it nerfed.
You got flavor of the month.
Flavor of the month.
Yeah.
And I think, well, the month is just ended or will just end soon. Whatever. It's not working.
You were like, I don't even know what month it is. No, what's happening over there?
No, like, I know it's going to be end of November next month. Next week, rather.
Yes.
You're good?
That's correct.
No, talk to me. I mean, other than the Morphling Shaker, I kind of felt like that game, you have a TA that has to go into the jungle so early.
Yeah. TA was a little crazy.
A dire jungle also.
Because it's like, you know they play puck off lane.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did. So against some teams, I can understand the TA that early. Because you're like, oh, they are so done. This puck's going to have a terrible game. But Vici's like the only team I can think of that really plays that puck in the off lane consistently. So just moving it to the off lane, when you don't have the 10th pick, seems like a very dangerous thing to do with a 10-player assassin. And they picked the ultimate counter of the Huskar, which he has his risks, but they spotted a very good game for it because there really weren't good Huskar answers at all on the side of TNC. Ironically, you end up banning them all out because you have a Morphling on your team.
What was the last ban from TNC?
Razor.
Ah, okay. So that's what they were, yeah.
That's an equally, you know, hard matchup for a TA and a... Like, not equally as hard, but it's like an easier to execute game plan strategy with a Razor, so I can understand why they banned it. They just weren't thinking Huskar.
No, I don't think they were. Otherwise, you would have probably picked a KP hero much earlier. But yeah, I don't think you can open anymore with Morph Shaker. I think that case has been closed.
Every hero had a really good purpose in this one too.
Yeah.
Like I thought the Witch Doctor actually did exactly what you hoped it, because they were forced to run this Lich and Earthshaker together. So you had a complete solo offlaner, which doesn't happen that much anymore. Which is why I said like Witch Doctor doesn't feel that great, because you're always in 2v2s, and that's okay. But Witch Doctor really shines against the solo hero because you have one job: you throw out the cask, you guarantee the Maledict, you yell at your buddy, throw a couple spells. And they're extremely sad on the enemy hero.
Yeah, I must say, though, this draft, of course, it wasn't great from the get-go for TNC. So they know, okay, we need to stall. We need to draw this game out as long as possible. KP, please.
Yeah.
What a hero.
Throw your body at the enemy.
He was
and
doing.
he did.
He was doing what I was hoping a Handskin would have done whenever Alliance picked the Morphling Shaker, because he was on Nature's Prophet. And the thing is that he wasn't fully committed to feeding. You really gotta go both
Well,
feet
you
in.
need the deny, you know?
Yeah.
Sure,
That
that
certainly
makes a
helps
difference.
The mental edge,
For
because then it's like a
sure.
real victory every time.
But-
It's like, oh, got
yeah,
the deny.
It's
got
true.
him.
Yeah, there's
every
no little
time.
ching.
But even movement-wise, he was consistently forcing them into their base, whereas Handskin's Nature's Prophet was often dying like between where Tier 1 and Tier 2 towers would be. So
Yeah, that's amateur league for
right,
KP.
exactly.
I
If
mean,
you want
he
to
was-
feed, you really got to go deep. And he was chain frosting creeps. I'm totally on board with that in a game like this. But Vici Gaming did not blink.
They
They
did
moved
not.
forward.
But we promised people something. When we introduced
Oh,
this matchup,
yeah.
we went from Scrappy Dota, or we told people we were going to go from Scrappy Mistakey Dota to high tier, next level, mind game.
It was next level.
It was next level.
I mean, KP's play was my next level. I did really like that.
Some
But
ninth
overall,
dimension.
this game, in terms of what I was hoping for these two teams matching up, did not deliver.
That's because a outdraft happened in a matchup where maybe you're not expecting such a severe outdraft to occur.
Yeah.
And they maybe by the same metric you could say it is a little bit more likely when these kind of teams match up, because they have very identified styles and strategies and plans that you can prepare for. And when you open Earthshaker, there's only one reason to open Earthshaker. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
Here
going
it
to do
comes.
about it?
I mean, it's game 1 of the series. You can recover in game 2. It's still upper bracket, but I kind of, yeah. Like, I feel cheated. Also, I do definitely
Cheated.
think that PY.
Break na tayo. Dahil basta break, pwede ka mag-giga-break. Ang saya-saya lang, mabor! YouTube break lang yan! Ang saya-saya lang, ma-stress! Mobile Legends break na yan! Ang saya-saya lang mag-isa. TikTok break na yan! Kapag may break ka, siguradong masaya. Basta break, 1 giga break!
Leap was offensive, I think.
Easy Dota.
But I'm not concerned about the fate of this draft. You know
No.
that you saw that KP winners interview where
Yeah.
they were talking about, oh, you've got this Naga Siren, you've got this Venomancer, and he was just like, it's just the tip of the iceberg. We got plenty more strats in our arsenal.
Better
Well,
find him.
they
Better find
need them, and they will have to use one of them in game number 2, which will come to you after the break. Dota 2, MDL Chengdu Major, upper bracket finals, Vici 1 game up against TNC, draft. We have that ready for you right now here with Tsunami and Trent. Talk to me about these openings.
Damn,
Whoa.
you're good at this.
Thanks
Wow,
for-
we just
Thanks for giving us some lead up time. Talk to me about these heroes you're now
Speedrunning this
seeing
whole
for the
thing.
first time.
All right. We do not have a Shaker morph. They did have first pick Shaker. They didn't go for the morph this time round. The second phase morph ban, more clever. Opening Void Lina still though, I like that.
Who was who had choice? I remember you were told. Sorry. Do you remember?
I was told, I think Vici had choice.
And
they picked picker side.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Alright,
forgot.
whatever. Not
I'm
worry
gonna
about it.
guess they went for pick.
Well, I was also told that TNC was dire, so I missed a bit.
Okay, so they did Shaker first pick, right? Is that what you
Yeah.
said? First overall was Shaker.
That would be my guess.
That would make sense here. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Because then, oh, look who it is. Wow, really,
Which
DY?
Dota?
Now this I'm not so sure, because they already have the Venomancer, so don't we assume this will be the offlane Veno?
Yes.
I guess the offlane Veno they played as a solo laner, so he's just going to run at him and try and get the kill. Alright. I'm into it.
Doesn't really have anyone who like tosses spells though, because the Maledict you were talking about, it's like, hey, I want my carry to pair up with me, toss a quick nuke. Void, yeah, you can time walk forward, but
That's enough. That's good.
okay,
I'm good with that.
all right.
That's all you need.
Especially with the triple bashes that they were getting last game.
Yeah.
TNC pick up the Coddle, which was absent entirely last game.
Yeah, finally returning here. I wonder if they'll give that to Tim's or March. Probably March.
Yeah, I'd guess March.
But I was just kind of
Yeah.
thinking, like, impact-wise, I could see them maybe going back to that March 10 if they really want to try and, like, get some crazy coddle action. But we should assume that it'll be the 5.
We've seen Coddle at the position 4 a couple times, and it's never
It
really
never
worked
looks
out.
good.
Well, it
Yeah.
keeps being like these NA teams that are like, yo, Illuminate level 1. This is a great spell,
No,
right?
no. When you're saying these NA teams, it's one.
Yes, that's
It's
true.
the Pandas, and every time they did it, it'll look bad.
They're past endangered. They've gone extinct.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so we have the next hero for Yang. It'll be the Omni Knight for him. Nice Dispel versus the Coddle. Maybe to help with his Void. Oh my goodness.
Oh no! Why
we
would
go
you
again.
do it again, TNC?
Because they don't have last pick, they feel like they're safe enough to pick a TA. And I would imagine that this time they maybe have a better answer against it.
Well, no, they do. They don't have last pick. It's last pick Vici again.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
they don't have last pick anyway, so you might as well pick it.
Ooh, I see what you're saying. I got you. Well, then hopefully, I think you just ban it, right? There's no way you just let them. Like, you have a Coddle and a Veno. Like, you have one stun.
But then Razor gets through.
Yeah.
You're talking about banning the Huskar,
Yes,
right?
I think that's still. I would rather play. After seeing that last game, I don't want to be that demotivated. Just ban it.
You don't
dude.
think that 20-second pick is some huge anti-Husker strat? That maybe it's the reverse bait from TNC? They're like, go ahead. We're showing our Templar Assassin same phase of the
No,
draft.
they have next pick.
Oh,
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, so ban the Husker.
Yo, this jumping into the mid-draft thing.
I know, I
off
know.
balance.
It throws you.
So ban the Huskar, not the Razor.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Is
They
there-
have Omni. They have Heavenly Grace, dude. You want to see
Yeah.
this guy jumping around that thing?
I mean, I do want to see it, but I don't
That's
think TNC wants to see it.
Yeah.
Is there any core that we really want to see together with probably together with the Coddle in the lane? Yeah. Because we have the Bristle already banned out.
Yeah, some
And-
big Gabby hero.
Yeah, another hero that can work well with the Coddle is, of course, the CK. But I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know if Gabby really plays that.
It's probably the best looking one.
The ban the Huskar.
Nothing else really stands out to me
No.
in this game. Oh, okay,
No.
they're gonna try this.
Ooh, they do ban
man,
out the
that's great.
Huskar, of course.
I'm a big fan of that.
So benefits of the Drow here over the CK. Faster pace actually helps your TA. Can play with the TA early on. Can help the Venomancer too.
Yeah, I think it's the main
Quite a
thing.
few benefits.
The third ranged hero seems to be the difference maker. It's either the Enchantress, or we just saw the Mirana in the previous series, and this time it's going to be a Venomancer that's enabled by the Drow Ranger aura.
And they already had the like the LSA and stuff, like all the CK illusions, and they had Heavenly Grace. Like CK was like not that great versus a lot of these VG heroes, so good option. Classic heroes versus Drow. It used to be like offlaners to get on top. We already have the Omni Knight, so it used to be like Stampede helped. Then you had the position 1 heroes like Spectre that helped, but
Well, we're
we
looking
probably
for
have a
mid
mid
laner.
or a
Kunkka.
4 if they wanted, but so the Kunkka mid.
Versus the Templar Assassin. Definitely, Armel's going to have a much better time, but not significantly, as Torrent is still very effective against the Templar Assassin's Refraction.
I like the second strength hero, like nice and tanky, gets more aura items, helps out versus the Drow. Like lots of plus armor, right? Nothing for the marksmanship to just slice right through.
And benefits from Heavenly Grace quite significantly.
Yeah, control too. And the Torrent versus the TA refractions. A lot of nice stuff here for Vici. It's very easy to start favoring them after that last game and then seeing these heroes.
But we've
for me.
seen how good TA and Dro together are. So
Yeah.
my question is, does TNC gonna force a game 3?
For me, it kind of like they have to play the way that this lineup works. Like it's not really a mystery what they have to do. To me, Vici just have to make sure that Ori isn't too complacent, and he has to be making a lot of plays around the map, giving that space for Paparazzi to farm. And that can be difficult when you only have like a Witch Doctor and a Lina. So I can see how TNC can win this, but I'm gonna put my faith in the Vici lineup here. I do think Ori's gonna get it done. And I don't know if KP's going to be able to just like bot his Veno all around here. Maybe he will. Maybe KP can just carry this.
Tsunami?
Yeah, I think the tower push is lacking from Vici Gaming. They have great combat and great pick-off, but I feel like BOT Venomancer is going to be a real menace for them. And like Blinding Light, it's a lot is going to rely on Omni Knight.
Don't miss a chrono.
Please don't.
Easy game.
Yeah.
All right, don't miss a
Perfect.
chrono and you will win. Paparazzi/Euros, it is that simple apparently. Let's find out if our commentary team also think it is that easy with the Void Expert, OD Pixel, and Fogged.
Yeah, thank you very much, Steve. Looking forward to this one. Game 2, obviously, Vici Gaming up a match. They have the Void, but it's, whatever way you look at it,
right?
you got to look at TNC and say, well, this is obviously it's a million times better for them than what was from coming out from them in game 1. So already we know we're going to have much more of an actual game on our hands. And yeah, Drow and TA, we've already seen that today be pretty deadly, right? Earlier on this morning, we had a game with a Drow TA sort of just steamrolling the whole thing. It's a great combo.
And they did it with the Bane. They two-manned the Roshan at 12 minutes with the Bane plus the TA. I could see them do the same thing with the Coddle TA because Coddle just chakras the TA, and then you just refraction meld over and over again. I could definitely see them getting away with going for that Rosh early on. And how do you feel about this Void game, though? He's playing into what? The 1 stun and the silence from the Drow. The Drows can be a little bit annoying sometimes, but overall, looks like a pretty decent Void game still.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the silence and obviously the laning phase. You know, we've seen KP is a bit of a mastermind on the Verno, so we'll see sort of how well Eurus is able to farm up against that pressure.
Yeah, they're going to put tons of pressure on him. Is he going to get the rune? KP's going to get that one, and it's going to be even trades, it looks like here, right? Yeah, so 2 for 2. As he will just give him the poke. And for sure, we will not have Eurus Paparazzi getting that full free farm that we saw him get last game, where he had the super early Midas with treads, with the Wraith Bands, etc. As, yeah, this is a very strong pressure lane. While last time, they left KP alone. They did a full defensive tri-lane to make sure they could ensure that farm for the Morphling. That didn't end up working out, but yeah, much more pressure onto Void this time.
And without a doubt, a much more even matchup expected in the middle lane. Armel and Ori, this Kunkka versus TA. Yeah, I think, you know, you could have thrown anything against Armel. As long as it wasn't a Huskar, he's going to be feeling happier than game 1.
Yeah, Ori is this. I've said it for a long time. Like, Ori's Kunkka and his Puck are some of like top 2 in the world. Honestly, I think he's actually the best Kunkka personally myself. But I'm biased because I really like Ori.
Well, we'll see. You know, it's Paddle said, one of those matchups. If he can hit the torrents, lane becomes very hard for Armel. The refraction that he's going to rely on, it's not going to quite be there. But at the same time, we'll see if Armel's able to be good with the side steps. And he's going to be able to read sort of the fake outs from Ori.
Wondering how much Gabby's able to get bottom too on this Drow. They're actually doing a really good job of last hitting down bottom to secure range creeps with Blinding Light as pressure. Up top with that fissure. They will be alright, but pressure is the name of the game. And look what DY does. He's like, you want to be putting pressure on with Poison Sting? I'm just going to skill my heal and sit on top of Paparazzi to counteract it. And it kind of does exactly do that. It counteracts it entirely.
Yeah, the Void is going to be very happy with his Witch Doctor.
Yep, you have to expect that. Some ROTK teaching right there. He's like, don't go cask this game. You're getting heal level 1, and you're preventing Eurus from getting pressured. And it's working. He's got 8 last hits, 9 last hits now.
Well, it makes it because you're not going to get a kill up on this top lane if you're Vici gaming with sort of a point cast. It's going to be incredibly unlikely. And even if you do, it'll be one of those trades where you just take so much damage yourself. Yeah, it's likely to not even be worth it a lot of the times.
Or he's actually landed several of his torrents already. I think that's the second one I saw connect to burn the refraction. And he gets a full cleave clit onto Armel. And look at those last hits already. 12-3 to 7-1.
Bottom lane, Gabby.
Oof.
Actually ends up getting run down. PYW and Yang able to get on top of the Drought. Force Gabby out of the lane while support was elsewhere.
That was what I was concerned about, right? I was just saying how I think that's a pretty tough lane for a Drow. I think most lanes are pretty hard for Drow to farm in personally. If you're playing versus a hero like Lina, too, with a Bassi starting off, you're going to be struggling. March was doing a great job helping the last with Blinding Light, but yeah, they were able to get that chase down. And they're side pulling. They've got, I think this is a double range creep deny they're about to get on this side pull, which really hurts Gabby.
Some fantastic efficiency from Vici Gaming down on that bottom lane.
And
top lane, I mean, because of the way that they're playing it with the sort of support of the Witch Doctor, Eurus, his farms, it's absolutely fine up top.
And another torrent connects. That's 3 or 4 just single torrents connecting right away into those connected cleaves. But still going to get just fine. TA farming excellent, as Ori will TP back, fill up the bottle, and continue the pressure. So it looks like it's about even mid lane at least for the side of TNC.
See, PYW.
Gabby has no boots, and both of these have boots right now. Connects on March. He's got Blinding Light.
Yeah, should be able to at least bring him low. Blinding Light does indeed keep him safe.
Oof. Double boots on those offlaners, on the offlaner in the 4 position, though, versus a Drow and a Coddle with no boots. Definitely at risk of getting killed if you just get connected with the stun too far ahead.
Armel having to mango up as well, just because of how many refractions are getting ripped through by Ori.
Every time. Look at that. Another one. He does have the secondary refraction this time, but The rune, a DD top. That will be a blessing for Armel to be able to actually pull ahead even further.
Miles away.
And deny the rune from Ori as well. But yeah, the Vano Earthshaker, they probably expected to put a little bit more pressure onto that lane, onto the Void. But yeah, this Witch Doctor pick, the thing that we probably didn't expect too much. 2 games in a row, working out perfectly to secure that farm.
That's made Euros feel very safe.
Yeah,
We'll see the Sol Ring's nearly done for Tims, so then we'll be able to step up a bit of the pressure with the amount of fishes he is able to throw out to mess with the Void, force out the time walks.
Yeah, Gabby's getting slowed down much more than Eurus is, though, with the pressure coming out. Do we have some stacks coming out? Yep, some stacks coming out on Vici's side, at least on the Ancients, and they were checking those bounty runes, of course. Don't think Vici's going to be getting every single bounty rune this game.
No. Even though they have the edge. Ooh.
March, he gets the push away. He's probably going to pay with his life, but he does get the bounty rune.
I mean, the team will take that. You know, they'll say, March, good job. You know, you did what you wanted to. Secured the extra bit of gold for the team, paid with his life.
They're saving the bottom. Yeah, they're saving the bottom bounty rune, it looks like, for Ori. And he's actually going to be bottling up PYW a little bit here so he can keep that presence. And they're going to swap it up. Looks like Ori wants to gank. He's not 6 yet. He's
Must be
really
close,
close to it, yeah. He looks like he wants to just set up for a kill onto Gabby even before it. As it's actually, it's March. No blinding light available. Should be a pretty easy one.
Yep. They've got the nuke damage to bring him low.
Oh,
The blinding
I
light.
say that.
Yang's not going to be able to finish it. It was just enough, just in time. It looked for sure that Vici Gaming had it, but they didn't, as TNC will not lose March today.
The shocker of refreshing that blinding light just in time. That was looking like a for sure death for March. Armel will now pull a bit more further ahead as Ori is now level 6. And he's just poised down bottom for the moment.
We'll see where he heads now. I mean, obviously this is quite a bit of time that he spent going up and down the lanes and wasn't able to grab anything. Invis Rune is there, but Tims,
He's going to fissure it.
yeah, he's going to make sure that that does not go into the hands of Ori. They do have
There's
the
a
sentry
sentry.
prepared though. And here's the boat combo coming out. So an Invis Rune he may not get, but he does get a kill.
Very clutch sentry coming in there from PYW. And he secures himself the last hit too. He's like, I bought this. Now he's playing versus TA. Makes sense, right? You're going to have those sentry wards early on to deward those traps, so very convenient. Armel will now begin the Ancients. And they're going to give Tims the mid lane for that efficiency as well. 3-0. Much better start for TNC, even if they're still a little bit behind. They're getting some pretty good farm in. Now KP is starting to rack up and being able to pressure and push the Void out a little bit for the moment.
Yang.
Ooh, Ori's going to actually be the one pulled into a smoke to top, so they don't want to deal with KP shenanigans. They want to get him out of there at least once.
And with the combo and a Malady, I mean, easily with the 3 of them, they do have the chrono to rely on as well if they feel it necessary. KP, he's going to make a smart read though. Instantly TP's out. As soon as he starts to see Eurus sort of moving over to the trees, clearing out wards, that gave away in his mind that Vici Gaming were looking for action. And KP, he avoids the whole gang.
Yep. He's got this efficient shrine, of course, too, with Tims. Very nicely done.
So again, an extra bit of wasted time here from Ori, who's been moving up and down, bottom lane to top lane. Hasn't been finding those big core kills.
Yeah, he's a couple hundred gold behind in it. Gabby, he's good in levels, level 6 already on the Drow Ranger, but his net worth, you see it down there, bottom 4, below the Lina.
Top Tims does get caught out at the same time. Armel finds himself a solo pickup. PYW continue to try and soak up some XP from that middle lane, but see, being the low-leveled Lina compared to the TA that Armel is, Armel was able to run him down.
And that's definitely like his fault too. He greedily walked up and didn't have a sentry down in mid lane. And there was double traps. Like, you're just dead as a support hero if you do not put a sentry down to kill those traps early on. It's a bit of a mistake there by PYW. As he will now clean up those traps. And traps are super value. I mean, 25 gold each is, you know, it's no joke. As he'll clean up another one. More money for the Lina.
TNC can reside Gabby to the jungle. Continue to farm pretty safely. We'll see if Vici Game is able to go for any rotations into the jungle of TNC.
I imagine that Ori is looking to make aggressive moves still, because he's like, there's a TA, there's a Drow. What are these heroes going to do right now? They're, like you said, they're both going to hit jungle creep, so they should have good movements available for them to be able to dive and put pressure. Maybe dive and look for a tower, I think is probably the best play that Vici could do. Just either one, the bottom or the mid lane tower. But it's definitely going to be a bit hard.
Because there is going to be this timing where when Armel has the Deso, and obviously at that point there'll be sort of the agi already built up by Gabby. You know, that Deso TA early on with that extra attack speed, it's disastrous to fight against. It's going to be easy pickoffs for Armel, and as you mentioned earlier, being backed up by the Chakra Magic, like that is such a potent hero. You have to run. Armel's going to be hunting, and Vici Gaming themselves don't keep up the aggression. They may not be ready for Armel looking to kill him off.
Yeah. Double meld hit is no joke. When you have, like, I think, what, 2 points in Chakra, I think it is, or 3 points in Chakra? 3 points in Chakra, you can just double meld immediately. You meld, hit, Chakra, meld, hit. And it stacks up that minus armor, of course, as we will see probably happen on the Rosh in a few moments if they get the opportunity.
10-minute runes. Once again, will be 2 for 2.
Ooh, Tim's, he's actually stealing some stacks here. Walks in, he gets a couple of those there. Even continuing to stay for the Satyrs.
Yeah, we'll back off as soon as he catches wind of Eurus. Eurus does have Chrono, of course, still good to go. Bottom lane, Vici Gaming. Yeah. We'll push down the tier 1 tower. No interest from TNC to hold on to this.
Yeah, I have to imagine they're going to lose towers. Look what I mentioned. Their 2 cores are jungling, and Venomancer is applying pressure top, so he can't actually move to defend those towers. I think his bots were on cooldown maybe still. I think he TP'd back to base and then bots toward top to keep the pressure on, so. But they will get a tower trade of their own. And more map control, and allows Armel to even put some deep rewards. And he did go for the blink again on the TA, so looks like he wants to be he wants to try to make space for the Drow Ranger, for Gabby to just farm up a little bit.
Eurus is going to come in here with the Chrono there for the backup of the Ghost Ship. KP.
Easy kill.
Will fall. Vici Gaming. Give themselves 1 kill. POW elsewhere on the map. He's hit 6, so they have got a lot of burst potential, Vici.
He's farming a lot on the Lina in this game. So you're pulling the lane back bottom, too. I like this. Pulling the lane so March can't get all that farm. Deny up the creep wave a little bit, too. And you'll be able to get that extra farm. Just trying to be as efficient as possible as a double D-ward. Whoa.
I'm out. He's thinking about trying to play around with Eurus. He knows that there's no Chrono. He's going to go for the blink chase down after the time walk, and he's got it. I'm out. The power of getting that blink first on the TA, allowing him to catch and chase down the void.
He's got 76 free attack speed, so yeah, that damage.
And then suddenly he's got the gold for one of the Mithril Hammers. Deso is going to be coming in at a very good timing at this pace for Armel. And you see on that net worth how far ahead he is. If he gets away with getting these solo pickoffs on the cores.
So look at DY too. DY, he's just dead. 3 hits.
Oh my goodness, the TA.
Armel, he's really starting to take over here.
He's getting revenge for that last game. You know, you pick Huskar against me, and this is what he'll do when his power is not contained by the big, scary, fiery spear man. But this game too, Armel is having a beautiful start. Vici Gaming, it just feels like they've slowed down a little bit, which, if anything, it's got to favour that of TNC's. They're the lineup with the Drow Aura, the speed that they're going to be able to farm away. They have an incredibly effective core that utilises that attack speed, this TA, to perfection at pretty much all stages of the game. You're seeing it now, and this TA won't necessarily fall off very hard because of how much of a lead that Armel's got, and having that Drow Aura means you're pretty much good to go at any stage of the game.
Yeah, and it's TA is a little bit different, of course, than, you know, we've talked about it live. You hit 25 and you've got that meld bash, which is also just insane, and you've got a lot of combos to go with it too. So, yeah, off to an excellent start. I mean, they're still like a little bit behind in gold, but their map presence is excellent, and they're putting pressure on. The KP's always standing in one lane, Armel's in another, and Drow's farming the jungle. So they're distributing their wealth very nicely still. Yeah,
they're all across the map, whereas the Vici Gaming, the group, they've got 4 in their own jungle at the moment. Sort of seem a little undecided on where to make the move towards. Armel has backed out of that top lane.
Yeah, just a bit of a slow-paced one. Looks like Vici's looking to just pick up maybe, what, I believe the Halberd's about to be finished on Ori. That's going to be a big one. Same thing as last game. He's versus Drow TA. Very similar as last game where he was versus TA and Morphling. He would got that one on the Huskar. It's a very good item on those strength heroes, of course. They do have Chronosphere available, though. And they might want to look to do something as there's the timing.
Yeah,
So Dessa
14 minutes.
with the blink as well,
Yeah.
and he's almost 15. Oof.
That's got to be one of the fastest blink Dessas I've seen in a while.
Yeah, and he's got, what, how much now? 89 attack speed. All right, who's going to die? Who's it going to be?
What's that like the equivalent of? How much does a Moonshard give?
55, right? Has it gotten buffed again? Oh, no, sorry, that's the Hyperstone. Moonshard's 140, right?
I don't know, I'll double check. So it's close to a Moonshard.
Moonshard's
Okay,
pretty sure it's 140.
You know, it's a lot of attack speed.
Was I wrong? No, I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you're right. It's 140.
Is Hyperstone still 55? No, I feel like no, I feel stupid.
No, I think you're right.
It
It's
is.
55.
Yeah, I was right. Okay. I thought for some reason that one got changed too. It's weird because like, you build 2 and it gives you that much bonus. But
And then you consume it and it gives you less. You know,
yeah.
the maths, don't do Moonshard maths. It doesn't work. 15 minutes bounty runes. Vici Gaming just fully focused on trying to secure the top 2. They may look to take a fight here as Yura steps in. Will get knocked back. Yang's able to grab the bounty win. They won't commit to the high ground. Won't jump in too deep. Does mean TNC gets space to claim another tower on the bottom lane as Armel as quickly picks up that death, so he's already starting to work on that BKBs.
He pushes really, really fast. If they just leave him alone for 10 seconds, that's pretty much how long it took him to take that tower. Oh my god, yeah, he is quite a monster. As now they're making the rotation down for him. He's camping the high ground here. Yang.
Gonna try and go for this.
Albert.
As soon as that disarms out, a blink away, we'll keep Armel safe.
And he baits the rotation. As Gabby's just been jungling the whole time. Level 13, having the freest game ever for himself. As he's keeping in par with that Midas Void.
I like this as well, Manta. Get up into the blink. At the moment, though, could be in a spot of bother. They get the pushback with the Gust. Blinding Light as well, separating the Kunkka from Gabby. The Tidebringer does hit, but it isn't quite enough. Gabby able to walk that one away.
That was a big swing right there.
And even with that DD room, wasn't quite hard enough of a hit.
They've got a smoke available for themselves. Now it does look like they might want to try to get something done with it here. As I think Eurus now does have the Maelstrom done, but they don't really have much vision on the map. They got to get some wards down. They don't really have any read on the map at all, and they have to be able to see at least something so they can be at least aware of when they do go for that rush, because it's inevitable. TNC is going to go for it pretty soon. Very defensive wards coming out from Vici. Armel's actually he's on the prowl.
I think he knows there's a fair few of these heroes that he can instantly delete. Well, I guess the Lina and the Witch Doctor. He finds one of these two. They are gone, and the cause at least as well will have to seriously consider trying to turn and fight the TA at this point. So unless they get a good few bashes from Eurus, this TA is going to just get out so much damage in that short duration.
He sees Armel with the wards that they've placed. They're starting to make the move.
See how safely Armel plays it.
Ori isn't the one actually moving over there, though, and he's the easier one to set up as they don't really have a Yule's done
He's
yet.
sticking top.
They know he's there. Oh! That ward! Oh, baby, that who put that ward? That's a beauty.
They knew exactly where he went. Vici Gaming.
We were talking about sexy wards and sexy vision.
Yeah,
that's one of them.
That'll do it. Armel. See such a big kill here for Vici Gaming as he's the one where the money's at.
Ooh, Gale, off the mark there.
I'll be able to catch him out so still with a Fisher, but there is help coming in. In fact, jump forward,
Echo.
gets cancelled. Those Tim drops the Echo. The ult's down on the two of them. PYW will fall. Gabby's also here from the sidelines trying to poke in, but the GA's out for Yang, and now Gabby dragged back by Ori into the boat combo. They'll lose the Zhao as well. Tims and KP have got to just try and run themselves out of it, but they cannot do so. Eurus is able to close the gap with the Time Warp, pick up the double kill. From losing Armel up top to losing both other cores plus a support. TNC got a little out of position there.
There's an Echo there that connects pretty decently, but there's a Pipe Omni Knight with his Guardian Angel available. He just walks in and there's no damage follow-up. Armel's dead. Gabby is not really a hero that can walk in to try to take those type of fights when he gets around. He just dies in a matter of seconds. Beautifully executed fight. I think they also got the last hit on the Will-O-Wisp. I think Paparazzi just turned and killed it when he was Heavenly Graced.
And now a jump up, that 2K advantage for Vici Gaming. Sure, you know, Armel, he is still the man in the top spot, but they need him desperately in the fights.
Yep.
You know, going out like he did up top, he was caught out by the ward. Probably expect to see Armel play that a little safer now, as he knows if he dies, his team is still incredibly vulnerable to the team fight and catch of Vici Gaming. They just don't have the firepower themselves without the TA to take a team fight.
And immediately when the fight finished, I saw Vici, they bought a gem right away. They won the fight, gem instantly purchased so they can clear out all those TA traps. Just keep yourself control of the map, keep yourself your vision control as well, so you're not caught by, like, you're going for a smoke and you're on top of a trap. This is going to help quite a lot here for Vici to continue their growth in this game. They never have to worry about those deep traps anymore now. And vision is going to be pretty limited for TNC. Bounty Runes. Looking to be a 2 for 2 again. And Armel's still playing up top. I mean, he kind of has to. Nobody else can play top, so he has to be the one to push this one up. But you have to be a bit spooked after that last step. Almost BKB, though.
CP just going to come in just from PYW to clear the lane out. And that should be enough on its own to sort of send Armel out of the top lane.
He really wants his Yule Scepter so they can set up for kills either. Because right now it's a little awkward. They have to blow quite a lot, or they have to have Ori just leading the charge. If they can get that Yule, it's going to make it quite a lot easier for them to set up. They keep scouting that Roche. It actually Armel blinks into the Torrent. Okay. He's a little scared now too, but he's got his BKB.
And you say, well, they could do this pretty quick, right? Chakra, Magic, and the Meld. They're going to try for it. Another Torrent comes out.
Look
I mean,
at that
TNC
double
there.
meld.
This is it feels a little risky. Chrono is up.
Does feel like they're forcing it a bit hard, as there's everything available for Vici.
Can they get away with this? I mean, you saw, of course, in those first 2 hits how quickly Roshan does get taken down.
I mean, he's killing it so fast. Look at it, he has 3 melds on it.
He's getting unlucky though. He's getting bashed so many times on that.
Ooh, he jumps forward. He's like, enough of that.
Finds one of them outside of the pit. Tim's able to catch out DY. So that's 1 man down on Vici Gaming. Armel back into the pit. Maybe with just the 4 of them, they will be put off from trying to contest this. Smoke up on the backlines of TNC so that March and Tims can be prepared with
they got this
counterplay.
Double meld with the Desolator debuff too. Look at it go down. Safe. KP blanketing the area with wards as well. And they got it. And they got themselves a kill on DY.
Just sort of just straight up awareness from TNC of how strong Armel is and how quickly he can do it and how confident they were. They said, well, come and take a fight.
Yep.
Because we have a BKB, Deso Blink TA ready to go, and now an Aegis is complete on top of that.
I think if Vici, it was actually a pretty clutch timing for them to do that, because Paparazzi just finished his BKB, and also, I believe, Ori just finished his BKB too. So that was like within seconds of them probably being in disaster.
Because if those cores had BKB,
they would have just charged.
They would have been straight in the pit.
Absolutely. Yeah. That was definitely pretty clutch timing there for TNC to get that one off. Yeah, 3 items literally picked up right after it. The Solar Crest, Omni, and the double BKBs. So, very heads-up timing there by TNC to get that. And now they can put pressure.
Try and sweep through the jungle of Vici Gaming and look to take the tier 2 top. Tim's just having a bit of a look towards mid there, see if he maybe have caught PYW on the way back. But PYW gets back safely, another big item completed for Vici Gaming, that Yules that you mentioned he was after.
Yep.
So they have that extra setup and catch.
Ooh, Tim's looks like he wanted to try for something as he's invis, but
You can see TNC are they're hungry for a fight now. They know that they themselves are strong and they do indeed have the Aegis, but they do have to be aware of those recent item pickups of Vici.
quick glyph, they burn that refraction quickly. There's that sneaky high ground ward that there is placed at the moment from TNC, so they will have decent vision. They won't get dewarded by the gem for a moment.
Send him round, Tim's hiding in the trees.
Stalemate as they stare each other down. But they want to make sure to defend this tower. That trap is still put behind. They know it's there, or he's pinging it out. He's like, yo, bring the gem closer. There we go, thank you. Kill that ward really quick. Oh, trap, sorry. And they're just, yeah, sitting far on that right side. So Gabby will take the space. He's going to back up and farm. Same thing with Armel. Kind of pretending that they're still there.
I mean,
Vici
it's
doesn't know.
working. You see sort of Vici Gaming, they're having to play this reserved on their half of the map, whilst TNC is able to just be that more efficient with their time right now.
And look what Armel just got. Oh, a DD, and he just picked up a small crit. This TA, with this 120 bonus attack speed, gonna be hurting.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the early Crystal is so efficient with that attack speed.
Yeah. There is some evasion coming into play, of course, that halberd.
Sure.
Gotta slow him down, he's taking the tower too fast. Quick blink, dodges torrent. He's stunned up. But they're pushing in their lanes. Top was also pushed at the same time by Gabby. And Paparazzi will, or Eurus will have to back up.
It's pretty much got the Miona complete. When we're used to the Midas, we'll push him just about that.
This is one of the closer games that I feel like I've actually casted at this entire tournament.
Yeah, this is the kind of start you want to see, right? Yeah, 25 minutes in, both teams with a lot of potential in the fights.
It's the upper bracket, you know, this is what we expect.
Yeah, this is some high-class Dota 2, ladies and gentlemen, so do settle down and enjoy.
Both teams just giving each other the utmost respect, not wanting to force any type of issue here. We've got about 1 minute and 10 seconds left on Aegis. Armel will get stunned from the tree line.
They can bring him down the one. So I'm going to drop the Laguna Blade on him. It's not enough to burst him straight up as Armel's able to the refraction back up and head back. Won't be called out by Vici Gaming. They can still look to try and find something else with that Aegis prevailing on Armel. As Vici Gaming continuing to just have to play on the defensive. They're struggling to really make moves themselves and just having to respond to TNC each and every time. TNC keeping pretty much all the lanes shoved in onto Vici's half of the map.
Yeah, I think Gabby's just been non-stop spamming the aura that I've seen so far. I think that was the second or third time that I've seen it on cooldown. So he's really just trying to keep those lanes pushed in. But I don't think Vici's I don't think they're upset about how this is going, because they still know they're farming really well. They have a Void line up into the later stages as well. Just a bit tough for them to get out, as Aegis is gone in about 6 seconds, so TNC probably gonna back up just a bit here.
That's got to be a little bit of a scare though, just how well Armel's doing on the levels and farm. You know, he's level 20, has that the extra -4 meld armor reduction. So, as you said, of course, with the ability to stack the meld up as it is with the help of the Keep of the Light buffs. Now it's the potential armor reduction. I don't want to do the maths, but it's probably like -100.
He can do 31 kind of easily with like the Deso plus the double meld. You can do the triple meld sometimes though. So that's 43.
-43 armor.
-43 armor. If you're not going to get a triple meld usually in a team fight, but versus Roche, very easily to be able to set that up. Again, I think my math's right there. I don't think I'm that. 7 plus 36. Yeah, I can do math.
Yeah, that's about right. You gotta look. Is that how you want the max efficiency here? You got to see someone pick up a blight stone, you know, so you can
or a medallion.
Stack a little bit extra bit, yeah.
Where's a medallion at?
They could bring the armor even lower.
But
I mean, I guess there's a point where you probably say 43 armor.
43 is quite a lot.
That's probably enough.
Yeah, Void doesn't have nearly that much. Void has.
Oh no way at all, right? He's gonna be straight into the negative.
With Solar Crest, he has 21. Yeah. Man, Solar Crest. It's rare to see, like, I just remember Solar Crest days, you know, the 12 armor, now it's 8. You're just like, what? That's medallion.
Full dayless for Armel.
Yeah, that's gonna,
so
oh my god, that's gonna hurt so much if he does
with 2 meld hits, and if he just gets 1 crit, I think that's most of these heroes close to dead. Some of them just dead.
Not the Kunkka will be okay, the Omni will be okay, the Void will probably be okay. The Squishies are definitely dead. The Void definitely is concerned.
Yeah, I was going to say the Void, I don't know if he's... If one stun offensive, any sort of Fissure and anything else, like this Void is dying to Armel.
Oop, KP will get trapped. Nice time walk there, blocking his exit. He has the Aeon Disc locked, and he's not going to unlock it, okay. Because he's got the Vitality Booster locked with that Aeon Disc recipe in his bags on KP. But he's not... He knows he was dead there. There's no way he gets out. Armel? Oh. He's set up in a trap spot. There's a gem on an Omni Knight.
Is this gonna work? Yeah. Get out of it.
Tims is like, oh god, don't blink at me, dude. Tims. Oh.
Oh, is Eurus going to go for this?
Don't do it.
He was thinking about it. He was like, do I want to drop the chrono for that? But I guess it's just the shaker. The game's slowed down.
Would you have chronoed?
For the shaker, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not for the shaker.
What if it was a core?
If that was a core, you're definitely taking the chance there. You're definitely throwing a chrono into the trees.
I love it. Same build coming out for Paparazzi or Eurus this game. He's still going to do the BKB Mjolnir Satanic. Satanic's just become such a popular item, so you don't get chain CC'd. Very value. As here we go, the smoke. They've cleared the area of wards, cleared the area of vision. If PYW pushing lane, they've got bottom pushed out decently. Can they find anything with this, though? They have any wards available for themselves either. I don't see any obs wards actually in any of their inventories at the moment. Dyer's Radiant Scan is catching them up on the high ground there, so TNC is aware.
Immediately out of the neighborhood, TNC. Won't be caught out by that move.
And we do see, of course, Nullifier starting to be queued up. For Armel, as he is playing versus that Guardian Angel, he's gonna have to have some options to be able to remove that with that Dispel. But yeah, lots of farm. But it's still extremely even. 2K.
That's a pretty low kill game, right?
I mean,
30 minutes in, 5 to 10.
Sometimes like gold is pretty close and then experience is through the roof or something like that. Very different. This game, it's just dead even. Experience and gold have not shifted much at all. My win probability says 100% for some reason for Vici, but I'm pretty sure that's bugged, so we're not going to look at that one again. Yeah, KP, he's still trying to force in the harder to farm lanes, and Armel just looks like he's just trying to set traps on people. He's just like sitting down, waiting for somebody to walk into him.
You can just tell, these sort of games where both teams are playing as smart as they are, that it's just this one fight where you're going to see everything thrown into it. This game is just going to get blown wide open. It's
going to start opening up in, 20 seconds? That's when we're going to see them really start looking to push these lanes out and try to take a fight, because that Roche is on the docket. The Yule's catch actually will be able to find Tims. He's very far up. He showed himself. Alright, a freebie for PYW. One of the first mistakes I think we've seen in the game of somebody showing themselves too far forward.
I guess the least in a game that was slowing down, it gives TNC some information. Roche, as you say, it's up. So
it's up. It's scouted. Both teams are aware of that. There's no Earthshaker available right now for 25 seconds. PYW looks like he just wants to move forward and get a little bit of D-wards out.
Full Satanic on Eurus, so suddenly that burst from the TA, if they get on top of him, I mean, it's still going to hurt super bad, but with that extra HP, he's able to work, but we'll give him that chance to jump away.
DD top does spawn. It gets killed.
Gabby says, nope. You're not having that one, Eurus.
That is that's a big go time one if you do see that.
Yeah, that's a pretty clutch deny. If Eurus grabs that, they're getting that DD maybe even walking into the pit, or they're immediately just charging into that triangle and looking for a chrono kill. So Gabby able to stop Vici from getting the most of that little potential benefit.
They're giving Eurus the tomes. I just saw they bought it on Lina, and he used it, and that's the second one he's used. Because it was still on
23.
It was on cooldown. That's why, just so you know, you used it at the 20-minute mark as well. So they're prioritizing his levels quite highly in this game.
Now he's going to hit that 25 at a very good timing. And
he'll beat Armel to 25 at this rate, actually.
Yeah. Armel's going to start looking at his teammates. It's like, who's using the tomes, dudes? I need the tomes. Look what they're doing.
All set up around that Roche, or he keeps checking it with the Torrent. Venom wards will start getting placed down, and bam, Armel will begin. Chakra, look at that minus armor. Look at it go. Look at that Roche.
They've got to jump soon if they want to try and stop this Eurus. Can he get the target? Ooh, he's not going to do it. Armel's going to be able to find it. There's no jump in there.
It's just way too fast with this 152 attack speed and that minus armor. But now, PYW trying to force the Aegis pop at least. They don't look like they can.
Is toying with the idea of dropping a Chrono there, but doesn't really want to do so. Silence from the high ground, Gabby. With a quick poke and a blink away. And show a good play from Tims as well, throwing out Fishers, making sure that anyone in that position was going to struggle to jump in time. TNC keep the pit safe. They get that Aegis and cheese.
Ooh, he went for the 3-second gust silence over evasion. Since he's got butterfly already, he didn't want to do like the redundant kind of stacking. 9-second silence. Pretty good if those BKBs are on cooldown.
No, it's not bad.
What a long time. Ori, the jump, the control. He is just...
I mean, let's look at that damage. Just look at that damage. He was there and then he wasn't. He really wasn't.
With an AC and a halberd. Yep. The power.
And now with this 4K lead, TNC, you know, they know the power they have right now. They can creep on to these further objectives. Money's going to be there for Armel to pick up the relic. Nearly have that nullifier just straight up complete. 35 minutes in, we'll see if they're able to back off and get some of the bounties as well. Eurus is actually not going to stick around to grab the ones up top for his team. He knows that he needs to be here for the defense because TNC, they're heading up towards the base. Laguna's dropped down, they're bringing Armel low. Armel gets the refraction out. Can they kill him the once? They're going to jump in, they can. They'll take the Aegis down.
They're going to chrono this, right?
Surely. Eurus, he's looking for the setup. He's just going to catch the TA on his own. KP's able to move on the back line.
Oh, Tims!
Tims, he whiffed the jump. Wasn't able to get in on the team as they've lost Armel a second time. Eurus chasing for another. They've got the vision on a KP. Vici Gaming will be able to take both KP and Armel out with the push.
Armel being a little bit too cocky. You have to respect the fact that Chrono is just going to screw you over on your respawn every time. They will back up and get themselves 4 bounties, but PYW, he wants to make Tims pay. Xiang does get stunned up, and Tims will be able to blink away. I think he got hit by like a Maelstrom proc, and oh, bottom, the silence, the 9 seconds.
He just said.
Was that a gust into a chakra into a gust? I believe it
I
was.
mean, you do the maths there. That's an 18-second silence.
He does have status resistance, but yes, just about.
Okay, that's extra bit of maths there. 18 seconds, 30% of 18 is 1.8 times 3, which is
5.4.
4. What? Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yeah, 5.4. So 5.46. So it's about 13.6. No, 12.6.
There you go.
12.6 seconds silence.
A lot of silence.
Which is still, yeah, you're gonna 12.6 seconds. That's long enough to kill the void.
And it's a really heads-up play because they saw the 2 people top, so immediately they try to make the move bottom, and it is successful. So some nice moves coming out in this game.
Full hex on KP. It's now done. So not only a 12.6 second silence combo, there's also a hex. So a lot of lockdown, a lot of catch. Got to be careful with that BKP Eurus. It's going to be his only sort of safety when he jumps in.
And Armel now with a DD, and he spent his gold. Armel has fully committed. The nullifier is purchased.
I can respect that. They've still got a tier 1 up in the mid lane. It's like, hey, we lose a terrible fight. Chances are we're not going to win. We may not even lose racks, right? Still having the tier 1 up in the mid lane. So Armel knows it's safe to just go all in at this moment in time.
And he's going to, he's going to 2-shot somebody.
Oh, yeah.
That is for damn sure with this. Pretty much anybody, actually, is going to die extremely quickly.
I mean, he's queuing up the MKB next. Armel, what does he sort of take out of the items then? Just drop the boots, drop the blink, swap out the BKB.
Swap stuff up, stop stuff around, yeah. He's definitely going to need it. The evasion is a bit problematic. As, there we go, Vici. They are going out.
And they've got the chrono, they've got the combo.
Oop. They see KP in the front. He's just parking himself there with this Aeon disc. Traps are down. They constantly keep killing them with that gem.
Eurus.
Tims positioning himself on the side here.
TNC have eyes on this from the high ground. She have eyes on them as well. Set up onto KP. A fish is going to be dropped down. Eurus is going to jump over the fish and try and commit onto KP. Eon just keeps KP safe. The first silence will force Eurus to BKB drop the chrono. He's only going to catch the one of them. Will find the Venom. Does manage to finish off the Venom in the time of the chrono. Now Armel's trying to pick them off one by one with the BKB. Armel looks to commit. He's found PYW. They're now chasing Tims. In with the Echo. He's caught 2 more. The damage is just too much. This physical damage output from TNC tears apart Yang and Ori. DY has no hope here in the trees. There's another blink silence comes out from Gabby. He's trying to hide, but with a vision from the trap, they'll find him. 4 quickly dead on Vici Gaming. They are going to have to expend these buybacks. And it's just, you see it right there. If any sort of step placed in the wrong position, TNC just collapse and they just wipe through any of these heroes. It doesn't matter what items you have. With the amount of armor reduction and physical damage output, these heroes die so quickly.
Yeah, they'll kill, like you said, pretty much anybody. And it's Eurus, Pahpy-TV, he Chronos, you know, he gets the Venom, but I'm sure KP's like, haha, got him. Like, he's a Venomancer. He's perfectly happy with that. You're not chronoing a Drow, you're not chronoing the TA. They're dancing in their seats as Gabby just has just farmed pretty much this whole game. And look at this, he's just got Butterfly now in MKB level 25. He's got the CDR.
How much money he's got, yeah.
Now he can even just chain silence. 6.5 second cooldown with a 9-second duration. He doesn't even need the chakra.
But then with the chakra as well, what have we got?
It's infinite. He can just silence them forever.
I guess it is.
It's infinite.
Infinite silence. They have successfully silenced Vici Gaming. And I think that Vici Gaming is probably going to be quiet in their booth right now because I don't know what they're... how do they sort of turn this one around? It looks like each and every time they try to go for these... They've got to get a perfect chrono. The panel said it, right? Eurus, he's got to catch at least the TA or the Drow, right?
Yeah, he needs to get the
damage
backline.
output, sure, he's a Veno, it's nasty, it's magical damage, but, you know, you can deal with that. You've got BKBs and such. Apparently, you can't deal with the physical damage output, so you've got to disable one of these two heroes. If Drow and TA go to work, you're losing the team fights every time because Gabby and Armel just hit so hard and fast.
Yeah, you absolutely have to get one of the two as yours.
Gonna get next hit.
He's got level 25. He has backtracked the ult by March.
D White's trying to get himself out of it. It's the only one to be grabbed back into it for now. So that's a quick and easy one for Armel. Another step forward from Eurus. Let's land him in the silence. We'll be able to get back up to the high ground. Chronosphere is up and available as TNC continue to poke and push Vici Gaming back.
Okay, it's a bit tough to permanently silence him when he has the Satanic plus the Heavenly Grace. That's quite a lot of status resistance to be able to get rid of that one.
How long is he silenced then?
I am not doing that.
Heavenly Grace match. That's
he's silenced for like 4 seconds and then no, I don't know. It's the whole numbers for that. He has 65% stat.
How does it stack? The 65 and the 30%.
65%. He has 65% with the Heavenly Grace. So 65% of 9 seconds.
That's not too tough maps.
So it's like, all right, enough of this.
I mean, the thing is, we don't need to do the maps because you know that the viewers at home, they've worked it out immediately.
Yeah, they've got it.
So good job, chat. We know you know the numbers.
Yeah. And they're just going to click BKB and probably remove it anyway. But that's beside the point. Who's got the gem? Who had it a while ago? I know they recovered it on Tim's, and yeah, they still have it. So Tim's has DY's gem. And I believe who bought a secondary one? PYW did buy himself a gem to make sure that they can keep clearing out those traps and not have to worry about all that creep cutting and whatnot. Yeah, we do see that massive gold lead is going out. And the 25s are kicking in. 25 TA, 25 Void, who has backtrack.
I mean, and this game sort of as well, from what we've seen so far, just the way that this is playing out, is this what you expected? Or do you feel that there was a bit of this game where Vici Gaming could have maybe done a little bit more? Like, it feels like Vici Gaming, for the second half of this, they've just been playing a losing game. They've not been able to get anything done themselves at all.
They can't get their lanes out. Think about it, right? They're playing versus Drow, who's spamming her aura all the time. Armel, who's constantly blinking around pushing lanes. And they just have so many different ways to force the Venomancer parked in front of lane, Coddle blasting lanes. They can't actually... I mean, I'm going to use it for Blitz here. They can't shove their lanes out good enough to actually get enough moves on the map.
I don't think they've touched sort of Radiant soil in the last 20 minutes.
No, it's super hard for them. Look, again, all the lanes pushed in constantly. Gabby, again, spams the aura every single time it's off cooldown, and KP just plants wards. So they have to try to catch somebody here as they're split up, and PYW looks like he's trying to be sneaky. And
he dares enter TNC's half of the map.
He doesn't do it in a risky maneuver, though. He does give his gem away before he goes through some type of risky play.
He knew.
What, he dropped it at the base or something, or courier? Or he gave it a Yang. Okay, so he gave it a Yang before he does some crazy play. But he was trying.
So when he gave it to Yang, it was very much a, this is it, Yang.
This is it, yeah.
This is it, Yang.
And we look at this
I'll see you on the other side.
And Roche is dead again. And this one's a refresher shard this time. TNC just always with the map control.
Oh, and now with the refresher shard.
Oh god, I'm not listening to this
refresher shard, chakra, meld.
Okay, so 48, so he can do like 50.
Everybody on Vici Gaming is going to be melding. It's the hits from Armel.
They're not giving him refresher shard.
Well, that's incorrect play. We need more meld.
Definitely give it to Coddle or Earthshaker, and they do give it to March, who's almost 25 as well. So everybody's starting to get up there. And look at they just can't get outside their base, right? They can't push the lanes out every single time. Aura's getting immediately. I've just watched him like 4 times now. Aura comes up on Drow Ranger, he clicks it. Just always push the lanes in.
Oh, I'm out. Focused here by Eurus. Bringing him low. He's just get trapped back by the X-Mark. Arm out. Disarmed. They got detection. Hello, detection?
Oh no!
He
actually got out.
They didn't have detection.
They actually couldn't see him there.
So he gets out and the Aegis is preserved.
Sentry was the Sentry placed down like right after? I guess it was right after.
It must have been after, because the Void definitely had another hit in it there, but Eurus didn't do it.
And that would have been huge, right? Because then they just chrono right on top of that, and they could probably kill Arno. Yep. So that was a very clutch little back away there by TNC. What a game. 45 minutes approaching. And he's I'm watching Gabby. Arcane Rune.
He just was sweeping the map.
Precision Aura instantly popped again. 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Is the uptime? The uptime is longer than the cooldown.
And it stacks. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
if it was these creeps with double
Dude,
precision.
those range creeps.
What's going on? We've got Willis drop down. Armel, he's been able to kill off, first of all, the Witch Dog to Eurus. Still holding on to that Chrono for now, looking for an opportunity. Dilation out to KP and Marge. KP's got the Eon just purging it off, backing away. Both
Willow
are dead. There's a buyback from one of them. Eurus jumping up and down off the cliff, knocked back onto Ori. He's been blocked off by the Fishers. Gonna have to take the long walk round.
My god, that thing flickers for a very long time when you're at level 25, huh? It's just still going. It's still going. Alright, there we go.
They just can't take a fight, Vici Gaming.
That was the refresher shard used by March, I believe, as that second one was delayed down. And what was that? The Omni... Okay, you know, he just Guardian Angel near the right side there, trying to protect Alina. But he wasn't able to. And continue to see these lanes just constantly shoved in. Gabby. Look in that aura. Melbash.
With all the ways they can save Eurus, he's still a bit of a tricky one to kill, the way that Vici Gaming are protecting their Void.
It's just so they're just trapped in their base. And now it's the split push is really starting to kick in. TNC Gabby's parked up top while bottom the rest of his team is, so they can look to siege two sides. How does Vici respond? Back up, check the runes. Gabby's like, alright, regen rune. I'll pop my precision aura again. I'll go check the bottom rune too. It's a beautiful DD. Yeah, they have so much money now too. Everyone's just beyond max slotted. They're going to start picking up their moon shards and their Aghanims pretty soon. Let's just continue to keep this control.
It just feels a little impossible for Vici Gaming.
They're going to need more frequency chronos. That's the first step. So Aghanims is queued up from Eurus.
That's the only way that they can come even close to killing anyone.
They got to do some sneaky plays there. We saw PYW there just trying to do a sneaky one onto Gabby.
Yeah, did force out the
10-second BKB.
So yeah, he's still got long durations to work with.
Oof. Look at those hits. They got the Hex, but he's got that status resist behind him. He's actually jumping forward, Armel.
The X off. Armel's going to accept him for now. Just get hit by the combo. Now he's actually going to pop the BKB, Armel. The bashes are there. That's going to be no BKB on his second line. ZKP charging, look for the ult. There's the chrono drop down. They're going to try and kill him a second time.
The Hero Blade.
It's going to keep this TA a little safe. Armel, can he survive? The boat's going to come crashing down. They've lost Armel. VG, they're not done. They're wanting to chase on for more. Tims and KP having to get themselves on the retreat as Eurus looks to chase down the Veno. He's quite a few bashes here. He's not going to be able to do so, though, with Tims blocking off the route with the Fisher.
Gabby took the whole Rax, though, during that.
Wait, hold up. That's the whole route.
That is the entire Rax top taken during that moment.
All right, Gabby.
Now it makes sense why Armel did BKB before the Aegis. He was really trying to make them focus on him so Gabby could be sneaky.
That was the plan.
It had to have been, right? Because otherwise like, you wouldn't BKB like that.
The viewers, we were all watching. I bet there was a few Armel and Megalols in the chat weren't there when he BKB before the Aegis, but no. He fooled them all. Top Rax is gone. It was all a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the thing, yeah, with Gabby as stacked as he is, you know, those Racks really will disappear in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Damage that he's got.
Tims jumping away. POAW is stalking him, but there is a sentry down, so they did see the Lina walking through there for a moment. And they have an Obs and another sentry down too, so they will see that continued movement forward by Vici. So Aghanims is finished now on Eurus. It's still 60 seconds until that Chronosphere is back up, but then we'll have that high frequency. And are they going to get the tier 1? They are going to get that tier 1 bid finally. I want to say something. I think I might be a little bit crazy, but I feel like the status resistance is not making them get pushed back by blinding light as much. I'm not sure if I'm insane, but I don't know. I'm seeing certain heroes get pushed back further than the Void, and the Void's the only one with status resist. I might just be insane, but maybe he's just targeting it like closer to him, and I'm just seeing things. But it's just a random little nitpicking thing. I just wanted to point out. I don't think it actually does affect that like that, but just looking at what I can see here.
On top lane, PYW.
There's a sentry there.
He's under there. Tim's. Is he going to be able to jump this? He's going to look to do so. Straight into the creep wave with the Echo Slam.
I mean, got him. And Eurus uses his gold. He actually picks up the full blessing.
Oh, he's not got buyback. He's
got no buyback.
Oh, that's a risky one. That's a risky one here from old Eurus.
He's got backtrack as his 25 town, of course, which makes him a lot more protected.
I mean, it's a big risk because a lot of the time, right, obviously the short chrono cooldown is really nice at this stage, so you can have that buyback into chrono play, even if you sort of with the first one. Now, you're dead. That's it. You're gone.
How much does he actually need? He needs 2,400 for that buybacks, too, so it's going to take him quite a while to farm it up, but some big, juicy creep waves pushing bottom, and maybe he's just like, well, Gabby's spamming aura and pushing waves into me constantly anyway. Oh my god, those mails are procs. Really procs.
I mean, I think there's definitely going to be the feeling from Vici Gaming that they've got to take these risks. They know that they're constantly falling further and further behind.
That's true.
They've got to change something, otherwise they're just going to slowly continue losing this game.
Yeah, and they're making their move outward here.
Armel.
They saw him there for a second.
Oh,
they got him.
You're straight into the trees. They catch out Armel.
100 seconds. He has buyback, but that's going to give them some time to push out their lanes. But I imagine that TNC is just going to just keep spamming that aura anyway and just doing what they've been doing to at least hold them away. And how long on the Roche? 45 seconds. So kind of thankful there for TNC at least.
Yeah, they've got to keep up these aggressive plays, Vici Gaming, if they want to swing this one around.
Yep, and they can. 35 seconds till Chrono's back up. They could even get another kill before the TA is alive again with the Chronosphere.
And we've got Ori going for that Hex. See if he himself goes fully in roll or does want to save for buyback on top of it.
I think he pretty much has buyback now in the Void after that. He only needs
yeah, I mean, it was a big kill.
300 more.
And it paid off.
Oh, KP, he was thinking about it. Doesn't have all of his friends behind him, but he is pressing forward.
In 5 seconds.
He feels confident with Yang behind him. With that Lotus Orb, with that Solar Crest, all that protection. And also with that, 6-second cooldown Heavenly Grace, because, 25s have became a thing. And
is everyone 25 at the moment?
I think we're still missing like 1 or 2, right?
Oh, yeah,
Benno is not, Tim's is not, and Lina is not, I believe, in Witch Doctor. Okay, so still like 4 or 5. Still a couple. Who got the Arcane Rune there?
Void.
They actually gave it a Void. Okay, I was wondering if maybe they gave it a Yang just because Heavenly Grace would become like a 4-second cooldown, which is insane. But
20 seconds until Armel's in. Is it enough? Eurus.
He's just in.
He is.
He's
going
got
to
so
jump
much status
forward,
resist.
gets hexed. Gets silenced up the first time. Manta to remove it. Jumps in even further. The Will-O-Wisp will be dropped down to hold back the Void. Eurus. Does he want to commit any further? It's pretty deep now for Vici Gaming. He's thinking about it, but
that's a
long down. He'll back off.
Will-O-Wisp has a long cooldown. Okay, March has a refresher. Okay. I was like, that was a pretty aggressive play there by him, but...
And but they drew Vici Gaming out of the pit. Armel's back in the game. I think either way we saw, Roche at this point, it takes some time to take down if you're Vici Gaming.
Yeah.
It's not very quick.
Unless you bash it like 19 times in a row. Oh my god. It's not pretty quick.
It's just like TNC's going to be able to fight this.
If Yang gets this axe, that is going to crumble TNC's damage. That AoE Guardian's Angel on everybody, Definitely going to be amazing.
See what
if
kind of a
he's
jump
able
they
to.
can make. Tim's is trying to head in already. Eurus is outside of the pit. He's looking for the setup, but a Fissure will stop him from dropping the chrono immediately. Still holds on to it now. He'll commit with it.
Fissure.
On to KP. He time walks over, commits with the BKB. He's going straight towards Gabby and Tims.
It's
And
awkward.
still in the pit here. You have Yang being bashed up at the moment by Roshan. The BKB is going to wear off from Eurus. There's the GA out. They jump across. Armel looking for the backlines. The nullifier down onto Yang. They've got the Omni Knight. Immediate buyback from Yang as Armel. He's already stepping across to his next target, focusing Lina. The illusions ripping through DY. They've lost Tims though on TNC. Pretty much all BKBs have been committed this first time. Ori's is just about to wear off as well. He'll turn with the X-Mark, grab onto Armel. Armel quick with a blink to jump out of the Torrent combo.
The
KP.
Roche is so low too.
They've got Gale. Eurus trying his best to heal up with the same tank with the meld hit bash. Time walk up to the high ground. Hex is there. Eurus has got to play it careful. They'll lose the Witch Dog to Vici. Knock back with a blinding light. March able to get them back into the claws of KP. Time walk up to the high ground and an extra buyback from Vici Gaming from DY. As Vici Gaming, they don't want to let TNC have this, but Armel is into the pit. He's doing it quick. PYW drives to step forward.
Trying.
But he cannot quite get there. Or maybe he can.
He got the refresher, the blessing, and the cheese. He got all three. Oh my god! I cannot. Did March force staff him forward?
Somebody forced him
I think
in.
March forced him into the pit.
March, an accomplice to PYW's great heist. See now middle, the boats are coming in.
Oh my god!
So we got what, the cheese, the shard,
Shard
and the blessing.
and the blessing. That was March's force
Can we
staff.
watch a replay? We gotta get a replay.
I'm pretty sure that was
we gotta
March.
get that replay. March.
I'm pretty sure he was like, "Oh, we're just gonna kill him instantly," but. Alright, this is a bit before it. So he's satanic, and he actually was hitting the Aeon disc, so he wasn't lifestealing there for a second, right? Because he was actually doing no damage. We're going to see it in a moment.
See it.
Well, actually, we have action. Bottom, Gabby
Oh, we're gonna go back.
is okay.
Okay.
No action.
Okay, let's go back.
I don't know if we can.
Back to the replay.
I'm pretty sure it was March's force staff. His was on cooldown
Yeah.
for 5 seconds, as the Lina was pretty much
Well,
on top
no one
of it.
else has a force. Well,
Does anyone else even have
it could
one?
have been Yang, right? Was Yang? No, Yang bought back. Was it Yang? Yang might have.
I'm
forced
pretty
him
sure
in.
it's March. Well, we'll find out.
Well,
Someone in the chat
Someone
knows.
in chat knows. Yeah.
As the fight, they have everything available again. And my god, these are insane fights. How many buybacks was it? Who was it again? So we have
We had a buyback
look at it.
on, what do we got in the statuses?
3 on Vici, 1 on Tims.
Okay. So, does put the game in a bit of a, still, I'd say it's terrible state for Vici, but they're still 11k behind. But they're fighting well. They've sort of woken back up Vici Gaming, and they're able to punch back.
Gabby, he's in the base. He's actually hitting the tower. He gets it down pretty low.
Gotta watch out for the rat.
You have to watch out for PYW. Ags refreshing, agsing you, and just killing you pretty much from full HP, because it's only an 1800 HP drought. You actually will just die from double Laguna in the fights. I actually saw in the last fight too, PYW almost killed Gabby by himself while all that was happening above the Roche pit. So he has to be very careful of this Lina now.
We've got a crazy game on our hands. 57 minutes coming up. Only 19 to 80. That's got to be some of.
Super close
It's
game.
you know these kills. Like every one of these kills has had a meaning. You know, there hasn't been sort of just random fighting. Both teams are just playing at the level that we would hope to see from the two teams here in the winner bracket finals of Game 2. You know, forget Game 1. Game 1 was, I guess, TNC just giving Vici Gaming a free match. They said, hey, well, we'll let you win this one. We'll pick it up, shake them off as our first two. But this is the proper sort of Dota 2 that you look forward to seeing between two teams of this caliber.
Yeah.
And still no saying which way it will go. Obviously, overall, you would not be wrong thinking this is definitely looks favorable for TNC. They've got a lot of racks. They still have the lead. But we're seeing Vici Gaming able to punch back. It's definitely a big risk, though, for Vici having these buybacks on cooldown. One more fight, TNC can get any of these big kills. It could pretty much just be game over for Vici Gaming.
It's all up to execution at this point. Who gets caught in Chronos, who gets caught by Echo Slams, etc. Whichever one it's going to be. We do have RERUN spawning again in a second. Illusion top, and an Invis bottom. So nothing too crazy, probably the two worst runes. Jump forward.
Eurus, Gonna come in, Fisher does hit onto him to put the GA. He's gonna try and look towards Armel, but again the E-Blade keeps Armel safe from the right clicks of Eurus. Eurus now ready to jump back in though. Force out to the side, March able to keep Armel safe. Then turn, the Will-O-Wisp trapping up Eurus. Eurus has got to get out. Time walks up to the high.
Another one.
The second Will-O-Wisp. March continue with the control. Eurus is trying to kill it off with the Fisher into the side. And Eurus pops the Manta, jumps to the side. KP now the new focus from the Void. Now Eurus though step back into the Will-O-Wisp. Will be able to step in, looks to kill it off, but the blinding light is there. Finally takes it out. First
PYW, double Laguna, he got it!
PYW though with a refresher shot play takes Gabby out of the fight. They now turn towards Tims as Tims is maledicted, surrounded by 5. Tims will fall and Tims is dead without buyback.
He's the one he's the important one. He can't die like that, but oh, the double Laguna, we just had mentioned it, and he actually gets the find on Gabby.
That refresher shot, as you say a few moments back, we saw was just handed to PYW, able to walk into the pit, forced into the pit.
Might it be an MVP for staff right there by oh god.
Well, let's check the replay now. Well, if we have time, if we've got the perfect timing, if we get a quick cheeky replay, we just got to see it again.
Let's see.
Let's go.
Maybe.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Never mind.
JK, they're pushing base.
We'll get it for you later.
Someone clipped it, someone saw it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we'll all look back and be like, March, we know it's you. We're still pretty confident it was you. But maybe not. Maybe it was somebody else.
He's into the base. Still 35 seconds, no Gabby. Gabby does have buyback here, but he really wants to hold on to it. Doesn't want to use it here. There's still tier 2s up on both side lanes, so TNC, either way, probably not going to buy back in the drought. They'll just let this Rax go. If Vici Gaming can even get this, obviously the rest of TNC still could be quite a nuisance. Armel, he's in, Nullifier straight away, but at the same time there was a defensive life track array laid down back in the base. Eurus, he's going in, commits with the BKB. KP with the E-Blade trying to keep March safe, but the ships are coming in onto March. March is dead. Eurus turns over towards KP now as KP. Neon Disc will buy him some sort of safety. Gabby's going to be back up in 2 seconds. Laguna Blade, not enough to kill KP off. Now Vici Gaming, they've got to focus on the racks and get out, because TNC, they're going to look to fight. In they go, KP heads in with the ult. Arm out on the side, he's throwing down the cooker with the BKB's out from Ori. Will-O-Wisp is down. They'll quickly back out of the Will-O-Wisp. Eurus, his Hex. They got any further control. A second hit from the Wisp will drag him in, but the time walks back up. Eurus gets out of there. Vici Gaming, get the racks and get out.
This status resistance is just absurd. He's able to Heavenly Grace 2 targets pretty much every single time. So he just throws it on one that gets focused, then he throws it onto Eurus every single time, and this Void is pretty much immortal. It's so tough for them to bring him down. He's just got backtrack. He's got 65% plus status resist. How the hell do you bring him down? Doesn't seem like they're able to at the moment in these last few fights at all.
He's got those upgraded bots, so he's in and out of the fight, refuel and back to join the rest of his teammates.
And they're quickly smoked as well. They're looking for somebody.
And you look at that gold difference, is now 1k lead for Vici Gaming in a match that was nearing 20k advantage for TNC.
Gabby gets the blink off.
He's going to be able to chase this though. Time walk back up in a couple of seconds. Eurus.
He's got Arcane Rune plus the cooldown reduction. He's got blink up every 2 seconds.
2 seconds?
3 seconds. 3 seconds.
3 second blink.
3 second cooldown blink, 8 second cooldown Manta.
All right, there's no catching that.
That's sick.
KP, over the Hex hit. TNC are trying to take this fight over on VG's half of the map. Eurus, Manta to remove the Gus. Fisher from Tims. Trying to trip at Eurus, but he jumps in. He's looking for the chrono opportunity. The boat won't quite clip onto them. He gets the chrono out to KP. Now looks to move over, going towards Gabby. Gabby puts the Manta, turns with the silence, but the BKB's up from Eurus. He's hunting for Gabby in the trees. The Will-O-Wisp is down. Gabby still running another blink. Gabby will be able to separate himself from the Void. Laguna Blade drops Armel's in trouble. Puts the BKB. He's hiding with the Mel. Trying to get out of there. Armel's BKB's got refresh. Can he blink out of this? No, he can't. They've lost Armel. The Light Strike Array down on a KP. They've got the vision. They'll surround the Venomancer, and KP is not escaping either. They have lost Witch Doctor, but they've gotten so much more here this time around. Vici Gaming. Right, no.
Is KP? No, he actually TP's with the Ethereal.
Hang on, bottom lane. What is going on?
Is he gonna get both?
I mean, KP got out. The E-Blade.
But Gabby?
Saved him. Gabby.
He's trying to hide.
Oh.
Is he gonna?
Where's that back
First hit.
Oh.
And the evasion.
Oh. He's out.
Dude, late game Dota is so insane now. Vici's not taking much damage in the fights.
Who's going to win this game? I don't know. It's 63 minutes in. We don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
Vici in the fights are looking quite a bit stronger. Tims is not able to get his spells off at all. Again, not able to get the Echo Slam into positioning. And yeah, this Omni Knight is just such a problem for them. He just gets a great GA on 4 heroes in that fight. Also constantly getting the Heavenly Graces and buffs out. He's just doing an excellent job of protecting his buddies.
They're going to go right down mid. They want to force these buybacks out. Tims and Armel down for 30 seconds. They've got to seriously consider using the buyback, so they need to. Eurus is going to jump in. Tims buys back straight away. Glimmer Cave trying to save it with the Chrono.
They got
Eurus.
Tims!
It's going to get Tims as well. This will be a dieback on the Shake, and the Torrent follow-ups there. KP has a buyback. 20 seconds still that Armel wants to hold on to his. He wants to try and make sure that it's not necessary. He needs both lives in.
They're killing it too fast.
Trying to hold this, but the tier 4s are falling. Vici Gaming, they're on to the Ancient. The Ancient is melting. TNC, can they stop this? It doesn't look like they can. The Ancient falls. Vici Gaming take game 2. And with that, the series 2-0. As Vici Gaming will be moving on to the grand finals. TNC, they'll get another chance, but they're going to be knocked down. And was that March's 4 stuff? That was.
That's the big question for everybody. Do we know? Does anyone know yet?
Who gave that Lina his refresher shot?
I mean,
for
either
that
way,
quick kill on Gabby, but
it did
they
seem
were
like
turning it.
Yeah, Vici was heavily turning it. As soon as they got the Ags on the Void, he always was getting the setups. And when they got all these level 20